kind of a quiet, lovely morning here. And before I go out there and kind of walk you up and down a couple of the aisles here, Sunday mornings are usually a really relaxing time for me to walk with the dog and throw the ball and see what's going on. But this Sunday morning is full of a lot of excitement and not anxiety, but a little bit, because we've had several days of rain and normal maintenance jobs here on the farm just couldn't really get done as they normally do. And it's not that I get anxious about doing them, but they just kind of pile up, you know what I mean? It is so easy at this time of the year. So this is mid-June. It's so easy for the weeds to get in on us. And I don't mean the weeds in the garden. I mean the weeds of farming, the weeds of having a big garden, of all the stuff, all the moving parts of this, right? And I find that the anxiousness of this is what sinks so many people's dreams, right? It's getting all these parts to work together. And anyway, I'm experiencing a little bit of that this morning. So we have, good morning to everybody. We have several big things coming up here. So first off, tomorrow is a big harvest. As a Monday and Thursday are our harvest days here on the farm. And Monday's not a big harvest. The end of the week is our big push harvest. So I'm seeing, and you'll see in a minute, you see how much color you can see from here. That's a sign of how many flowers are out there. What a lot of folks don't understand about a cutting garden is that there really shouldn't be a whole lot of color out there, because we cut stuff just as soon as it's ready to keep it from getting insect damage, as well as damage from the wind and the sun and rain and all such things as that. So we have a big harvest in the morning. We have to clean up the garden because last week we had a photo shoot at the beginning of the week, and then I had a really special family party here yesterday. We're having a new baby in our family, my niece. And so I wanted the garden to be, full of flowers for them, because this is what people think a cutting garden looks like, y'all. So we have a little extra work to do tomorrow in the garden. We'll be cutting and dropping a lot of flowers that perhaps stayed out there longer than they should because of me wanting to display them in the garden, which is not normally the way it happens. And then the other thing is I could not mow my pathways at the end of the week as I normally do because it was pouring rain. So the grass is a little taller, which you can't really tell from here. And it just makes that job a little bit more difficult to deal with. And then the really big news for us is that this Monday through Friday is an enrollment time for our Flower Farming School online for my course and Dave Dowling's course. It's actually really just Dave's course, but we also offer my course as a bundle special deal price in June, but my course doesn't really run until November. So that just means that I have lots of live events coming up this week. I'll be answering just tons of questions that people have. I think I'll say this, and I'm not having a proud moment, y'all, but I think there's tons of testimonials out there, whether it be on our Flower Farming School online course pages by our students, and students talking about our online courses in all these different closed Facebook groups. I think that it's been affirmed that our online Flower Farming School business courses are incredibly helpful to farmers. The questions come from us wondering, is the course right for us? How am I going to do the course now? I'm so busy. Those kinds of questions. So those are the kinds of questions that I'll be doing all kinds of live events this week on Facebook, on Instagram, on Clubhouse, here on YouTube, just trying to answer all those doubts for folks that are wondering if the courses are for you. So it's a week of really kind of craziness for us, but it would definitely soothe my bones, y'all, if my pathways were mowed and if it was dry enough for us to make the next session of beds. Because here's the other thing. Guess what's 2 weeks from yesterday? Our open farm. But I don't even think about the open farm until this next week is open. So just thought I'd come on here, and I'm just kind of, I guess I'm lamenting, right? So I got a new tripod, so y'all bear with me for just a minute while I fix it so I can walk with y'all. I don't even know how to do that. Sorry, gang, were y'all looking at like the birds? So I'm gonna walk out here in the sun, and I'll just take you up and down a couple of aisles. We have some trial stuff we're doing, as well as our regular, you know, stuff we grow for our customers. So right here in front of us is a zinnia bed that has no netting on it. And this is kind of because these are trial flowers, and it's not really going to break my heart if they go down, which they will. Not when they're fresh and new like this, but give them a month. And the first rainstorm that comes through is going to put them in the dirt, or not the dirt, maybe the grass, right? So here, I got to make my, actually, I think I'm just going to take you out of, stand by, y'all. Take you out of this tripod. Okay. So this here is feverfew that we normally don't plant it this late, but we love having it so very much that we're going to see what happens with that. And you can see over there is a new patch of cosmos as we come on down here to another patch of cosmos. Here are the Queen series of zinnias. And y'all, it's really hard to look pretty out here in the full sun. That's the lime blotch, I believe. No, I'm sorry, that is not lime blotch. There are stakes in here. Let's see if we can't find one. This is the downfall, y'all, of short stakes. This is the lime blotch right here. Lime green with pink little spots. And look at this. This is zowie, and y'all look right there. See that? I'm kind of trying to see if you can't see. Oh, there he went. That was a wasp. Wasps are some of the most vicious caterpillar eaters in your garden. Do not be afraid of them. Do not try to eliminate them. All those caterpillars that get in your flowers and just eat them from the center out, those guys consume them. So, and there, look, oh, that's a tarnish bug. He just, right there, that's a tarnish bug. He's bad. Too quick to catch. This is zowie. Zowie is a specialty zinnia, which we love growing it as kind of a sidekick to all of our Benaries giants. Look over here at the cosmos. So we've been cutting from these. These are not cut as they should be. We'll cut these clean tomorrow. We've been using these for photography all week. This is double click. You'll find double click the mix as well as double click, I'm sorry y'all, I'm in my shadow. Let's make it better. As well as all these individual colors. You can buy a package of nothing but one color. And I'm just watching so many native bees flitting around here, y'all. I just such a crazy bee person. This beauty, who is gorgeous, is Uproar Rose. This is not a Benaries Giants, this is a specialty zinnia. If you have not grown these, you'll find the seeds on our website, thegardenersworkshop.com, and they are amazing. Super expensive seed, but definitely worth it. This is a color, it's like a fluorescent magenta that is not in the Benaries Giants. Really cool millet, and this is the stage we cut in. See how it's just poking out? This is almost too old. That is too old because look, this is what it does. It goes to pollen so it can make seed, which is what we're doing here. So that is not what you want. If you harvest this too late and try to use it, that's what's going to happen in your customer's vase and you again. So these are just more zinnias with some pigweed growing in it. Here is our ageratum, and this is the stage I cut ageratum in. This is the very oldest I would cut. That is all too, I'm trying to make shade for y'all. That is all too old. So we will be clean cutting this. These are all of our basils down here that we're slowly but surely cutting on. Walking out here is not relaxing my attention, y'all. I can't stand all these pathways so full. So here is our Gumphrena bed. So we'll walk up this bed. Gumphrena, Globe Amaranth, super, super cool bouquet ingredient. Over here are